Please, Bill. I'm Jeannie. We're two do-it-yourselfers who met on a sailboat in 1988. 3 houses and 4 boats later, we're refitting our 1998 Seahorse Oceaneer 55-foot steel trawler, Blue Sky. Welcome to our journey. Good morning. This is our first project of the day to finish up the forward stateroom panel just outside of the air conditioner compartment.
Okay.
And we're going to watch glue dry, but you don't have to.
Jeannie had the great idea, while we didn't have glue on this, to put an outline of where the optimal location for the board to be, so now it makes it much easier when we go to drop the board in. Pro tip, maybe. Jeannie tip.
Bill is hanging that tubing up, the
Vent line.
HVAC vent line,
Yeah.
in the chain locker.
Now we have the ductwork going from that through hole over and then out to that one. And we will add a vent to there. Then we'll put the air conditioner back in there with a Y. Oh joy, but I think now it's lunchtime. Later. Got a 4x8, 4 inches by 8 inches box for our little filter unit to fit into. While this is 3 7/8 and 7 7/8, this is only 3 3/4. So needless to say, it doesn't fit.
We're gonna make it fit.
Percussion engineering.
And will it fit? Woohoo! Hey, finally.
Okay, here's our first attempt at seeing if it fits. I'm sure we only made one. Oh, look at that. First time.
Perfect.
There's the vent box with its intake added to it. I'm now taping it up to make it a little more airtight. There is the inside all taped up, ready to install.
What's the cardboard for, honey?
Well, we're making a template to put this hole on the pretty part of the wall. That's where we're guessing where the hole is. We'll either be making a new panel or we'll be somewhat close. Later. Is this, and of course we still got all the tape in it, but that now goes in, so we'll take it back, take all the tape off, reattach the vinyl, and bring it up here. Okay, and cool.
Cool. Tomorrow we'll put up the other 2 pieces of the wall and try to put the air conditioner in.
Yeah.
Oh, and the ceiling.
Later. Hey, good morning. Well, we're going to attempt to put those panels up and reinstall the air conditioner. Should be exciting. Well, let's actually hope it's not exciting. I hope it's very boring and we don't have a single issue and it's just amazingly easy. Later. All of the panels are back in place. We obviously took this really big panel here.
That is one big panel.
And cut it into 3 pieces. And the panel over there, we trimmed it out so we could add the vent in it. And of course we ran the vent line in. So all of the extra work that we did, well, I guess the vent was the main extra work. We decided to do this extra work because when we tried to get the air conditioner out, it damaged this. So in the future, if I ever have to remove this, got to remember this panel comes out and then this panel comes out and then you can take the air conditioner out. Don't try to take the air conditioner through this hole. It won't fit. This hole is for the filter. Anyway, future Bill, remember that. later. We're back for lunch. We're going to start work on getting the air conditioner back in here. First thing we're going to do is clean out all the foam in there. And then we're going to work on the ducting. Also fix the PEX connections on the PEX tube to change them out to plastic because they currently are brass. That's about it. Later. Cutting this tube, maybe. Hopefully that's going to be a long enough piece. We're finally ready to put the air conditioner in. We have new Y fitting on there. So once we get the air conditioner in, hook a line from there to there, and then the other end will obviously go to the air conditioner. New water lines, new plastic PEX fittings so that the brass doesn't get destroyed. So brass is gone now. And the new hoses. Pushed all the wires back. And we also got the vent box on with a circular piece on. So now we're going to lift that beast into place. Fun, fun, fun. Later. Oh. I said we install it right there. It'll keep our feet warm. I'm going to try putting the air conditioner in here. Oh, come on. Keep turning. Ow. Scoop my hand. Okay, there it goes. Can you at least see that? It's back in place. I'm not going to try to fight. I mean, it's after 5 o'clock. Maybe almost 6 o'clock. That vent line may be a bit of a pain, but I may be able to move it a little bit more. We're going to stop here and we will muck with it again tomorrow. Later. The front air conditioner seemed to work just fine. At least it's blowing cold air. We need to install the permanent thermostat and put that wall panel back in. So we are going to do that real quickly, and then we'll do a test with the new thermostat and show it running. Later. Well, that's where we're stuck. We're waiting for this thing to update itself. Apparently you can't tell it to go get an update. You have to wait for it to decide that it should update. So we're done. Hopefully it'll update while we're gone. Probably take over and burn the boat down. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Well, 12 hours later and it's still not downloaded anything. So not real impressed with our second Amazon thermostat. It seems to be a wonderful dud. Later. Thermostat finally appears to be working. Even though it was flashing that it had an update, apparently it did update.
I'm putting ceiling back together.
Trying to. You got it?
Yeah.
Hold it. Go ahead and get the speakers in here. Speakers are connected. I'm now going to go up with this and bend around Mr. Fan.
I know.
Oh, come on.
Finally got the ceiling back up. Took a little while.
Good morning. Well, we're attempting to bring all the water systems back online that we've had off for anywhere from 6 months to over a year. You saw us work on an earlier episode on some of the freshwater pumps. Both of those are working just fine. And I've restarted the RO unit upstairs. It seems to be working, although it's complaining about its filters, so I may need new filters for it. But it is still producing very clean water. I was able to flush the toilet upstairs. It seemed to flush just fine. But when it got down to the lift pump right here, it appears to not work, getting a loud hum out of it. So I have a feeling the motor has seized up in there. Anyway, I'm going to try to pop it open, which I'm sure is going to just be wonderfully fun. That's the first start of trying to get the water systems all working here. Hopefully be able to sneak this out of here without having to disassemble all the upper stuff. Later. Can you step on this? Oh yeah, that part spins. I mean, either I have no sense of smell. Checked out the water systems, everything but the macerator pump for the pilot house toilet appears to be working. I'll replace that macerator pump in the future, but everything else worked. Hot water heater works, the front toilet works. So plumbing's all good. The next thing we need to do is get my office finished up. So I have an office to work in. And for that, we were discussing the issue when we made the slats in there. We cut these slats 6 inches thinking that these panels were 6 inches. Well, when we actually finally looked at them, they're 5 inches and 7/8. So all of a sudden you had this 1/8 of an inch gap. Tried taking a Sharpie and marking black, but that didn't match because now it was darker. And so we decided to take a page out of what we did in the front bedroom, where we recessed a piece of wood behind some panels, and so now what we're doing is we're recessing a piece of teak, which we're going to do our gray wash on later.
If you haven't watched the video where we put the panels up in this room, the reason we have the 6-inch panels, because this is a complex curved wall. It took us forever.
Before we were doing kind of a random pattern of the square blocks, but with the straight stripes through, we're not sure that we really want a random pattern. So we're trying to see whether we want all light gray or all dark gray. Here we have a half and half. We'll have already decided on one, but you can tell us that we chose the wrong one in the comments if you want.
Option number 2.
Yeah, single gray at the top and 3 blacks, or 3 dark grays, and all black. There we have the pieces back up with their grooves. Tomorrow we will start skinning this, and hopefully it'll look nice. Later.
Bill's peeling off old felt panels because we need to put them in a different spot on the board.
So what we're doing is we've placed gaps in there, and we're going to use trim wood, very much like we did in the forward bedroom. This piece will drop in there. The felt boards are now wider, and they'll leave a 1/4 inch reveal of the wood underneath. So we're going to start putting all this back together, but we're going to start with the acoustical panels here. We're going to put them on this wall here. There's the panel up. Sticking the first one on the second attempt. We're looking at doing veneer on this part here to get rid of our angle. Yeah. Try. Try, baby, try. There is the unstained teak on the board. That lined up really nice on that.
Could turn on. Is that it coming on?
Yeah. Okay. Oh look, the walls are all finished. I wish. No, But we do have our first acoustic panel and then the felt panels. We didn't like the way these pieces, when they touched each other in the corner. We ended up doing some teak veneer in here, and then to make this look nice, we ended up splitting a piece and taking out the excess. And then you can just barely see our relief wood in there, if you know if you're looking for it. But that is our nice relief joint, which lets everything fit. And I really like the way it's looking now. Later.
Later.